which is, now, you've been working at the Midlands Voice, isn't that true?
Yes, that is correct, as I intend.
In fact, you want to publish a paper with the Voice, don't you?
I have, yes.
In fact, you want to publish a story about this particular event, isn't that true?
Well, yeah, I would say this is a pretty big case that I think I have to make a story out of.
So naturally then, you want to fulfill the standards of this paper, isn't that true?
Well, yes.
But the standards of the paper are scandalous, isn't that true?
They're known as being scandalous. Myself, I don't think I'm a very scandalous person. I'm just getting the facts out of today's.
But Ms. Hunter, your first story was rejected by the editor because it wasn't scandalous enough, isn't that true?
Well, yes, that's correct.
And so you want to publish a story that fits those standards better, isn't that true?
I want a story that's based on the facts, and I think that those facts are going to be good enough that the paper's going to like it.
But Ms. Hunter, you want to publish this paper, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and you want to publish a paper that is more scandalous than the one you published in the past.
No,
Yes.
that's not correct. It doesn't have to be more scandalous.
Did your editor didn't tell you it needed to be more scandalous to publish?
He told this story previously that it wasn't more scandalous, and I have to agree with him. It's kind of lame, but
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Now, you testified that you know about the buttons of Rocker World, how to operate the rides.
yes, I was a floating ride operator.
So you know the difference between starting and stopping a ride.
Yes,
And you know the difference between maintenance mode and the emergency.
yes, that is correct.
And to stop the ride, you testified that you press a big red button, isn't that true?
Yes,
And to turn on blackout mode, you pull a blue lever, isn't that true?
yes, that is correct.
Now, you would agree, Ms. Hunter, that a blue lever is very different than a red button, isn't that true?
They're very close together on the control panel, and like I said, in different spots on every ride, so you could make a mistake and hit the wrong one.
But to answer back to my question, Ms. Hunter, a blue lever is very different than a red button.
I mean, yes,
And red is different than blue.
yes,
And a button is different than a lever.
yes.
And something with words on it is different than something that doesn't have words on it.
In a circumstance, I could see it being pushed by accident.
I'm sorry, counsel, what was the red, or what was the red button?
The red button was the emergency stop button.
Then the blackout was the
The
left.
lever, yes.
And the red stop button has writing on it.
Yes,
And the lever has no writing on it.
it says maintenance on it.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Now, let's take a look at your training methods at Rocker World. As a floating ride operator, you had mandatory training, isn't that true?
Yes, it was very slim, but
In fact, all ride operators had training.
yes, that is correct.
In fact, they all underwent pretty much the same training. Would you agree?
Just the basic stop and start, yes.
And Whit Bowman was also a ride operator, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
So she underwent the same training that you did.
Yes, she did.
So she also would have known there's red stop button and the blue lever.
Yes, she would have known it.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Now, did you ever want to publish a story about Rocker World?
I thought some of the rides were very old, and I wanted to get a story published.
So you wanted to publish a story about management, isn't that true?
Yes.
But you never interviewed management,
No, I didn't.
and you never collected any facts for your story.
No, Longstreet told me to keep to myself in my mouth.
So you never collected facts for your story, and you never had sources for your story.
No, I didn't.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. No further questions.
Your Honor, I asked that my witness be able to step down from the stand.